How's it going, everybody? GodBaer here once again. Thank you for clicking into one of my videos. We are back on NCAA Football 25, our Washington State Cougars Dynasty 2-0 to start Season 2, technically Season 4. For those of you that are unaware, we simulated the first two seasons purely because we were doing the recruiting process, adding players to our team because we wanted to start off our play of season 3 per se with players that we had personally added to the team. That being said, we are becoming up against our rival Washington Huskies, obviously the squad 4 hours from one another. Spokane and Seattle being the two destinations for these two teams. Hoping we can come out and win. Washington, in terms of the Huskies, did win the two first simulated matchups that we had. We beat them in Season 3, our first real playthrough. Technically, we'll consider it Season 1 in a way. So hopefully we'll come out and win this one as well. Never want to lose any games, particularly against rivals. I'm a big advocate of both in terms of my real life, since they are both home teams. So, there's a little bit of me that hates to beat them, but again, we're utilizing the Cougars, so we got to come out and beat the Huskies. Phenomenal blocks. Hernandez, our senior wide receiver, our last year with this man. He was on the default rosters. And we're going to need to replace his speed because we lost Freeman with 96 speed last season. We're losing Hernandez with 95 speed this season. And they were our two fastest players. Obviously, we got Laporta here at quarterback with 98 speed. But in terms of wide receivers, those two that we mentioned being the fastest. We're going to miss the field goal. Very, very close field goal. I have no idea how I missed that one, but we pulled it off and kicked it left. So instead of going up by 2 possessions, it's still a 7-0 ball game. Stuffing them 4th and 1, they will punt the ball away. So we have a good opportunity to get down this field and hopefully get in range to successfully kick a field goal, if not actually reach the purple end zone there. And we're giving Laporta a lot of underneath passes. His accuracies are surprisingly good. Him and Cordero, who was our starter for season 1, have similar stats passing. They're very similar to the same overall. It's only like a 1 or 2 overall difference, as we will keep this one up in the uprights there, going up 10-0. Slowed down right there. Didn't expect him to throw the slant. I saw it coming, but hesitated. Otherwise, I feel like I could have user picked that one. But we'll have more opportunities. We're looking the field all day long, as pursuit angles are sometimes really, really bad as Lewis punches the ball out of the quarterback's arms there. But our DB ran directly into somebody that was already being blocked, and they're going to punch themselves through Mariani into the end zone. Back out here on offense, 2-minute drill. Julius Suggs catching the screen, doing what he can to pick up extra yards. Lineman did a decent job about being up there. Santana, thank you for holding into that ball to allow us to continue this drive. So we're going to reward him with a couple more touches from our little sweep or pop passes. And people are just holding on to balls right here. 6'4" Lawrence keeping that one to once again maintain the offensive drive. Nice post route. Hard to throw those ones. That was technically into double coverage. I'm not sure if that was man or zone or like a cover 3 match or whatever, but both of them were on the tight end. But Mr. Group, fast enough or good enough to create some distance to catch that one near the corner of the end zone. We go back up by 10. Miguel Jaquez, love that man so much, doing a good job about getting his hands on the quarterback. They're just going to toss this one deep. Thank God, no defensive pass interference. They punt us the ball. Prime opportunity to go up by 3 total possessions, if not at least 2 touchdown possessions, by kicking another field goal. Laporta, with that 98 speed, we're doing our best to implement the read option to get that, ridiculous 98 speed out there in terms of creating plays by himself. And Again, passing accuracies, I think it's got 87 short, 87 mid, and like 82 deep. It's actually really, really good. There's a little bit of the, I guess, attribute boosts from one of our coaches. So those attributes aren't purely on him, but that's generally what he has, or at least one he plays up to. We are going to obviously have this ball back here inside the red zone, out to Richards on the running back, little RPO play action. We toss this one to number 30. I really should have thrown that one underneath to the fullback, but I'll be honest, his icon went away. So instead of throwing to L1, because I just literally didn't see the icon, I just threw it to square and was hoping that he was going to continue to create distance, but that wasn't the case. So we throw an interception. Unfortunate. We just have to, and we did come back out on defense. They didn't have enough time to do anything before the first half. So we're at this point just trying to kill some clock while also putting up any sort of points to solidify this victory. Washington has, through the 2 times that we've played them at this point, put up a good fight, both matchups. First game was, I believe, 31-28, so only a field goal game. This one, not so close anymore, since we just added another touchdown to be 24-7. They have a singular quarter left to fight back and do what they can to eat into this deficit that they are currently in. And I will say the Washington Huskies play very similar to how we do. A lot of wide receivers running as if it's like a wide receiver sweep, if it's not like an actual pop pass, inside zones, the RPOs that they just hit us with. And it's a little annoying, to be honest. We've had the better outcome of a lot of the plays, but it's not a whole lot of fun to play against a team that plays, again, very alike. As they do score a touchdown. We block the extra point, though, and we are still up by 2 touchdown scores. 11 points, 24-13. Chewing as much clock as we possibly can. Santana, phenomenal job about getting to the outside. Of course, he had some blocks to catapult him to that outside. Laporta using that 98 speed, spinning to make sure we stay in bounds under 2 minutes. Doing what we can, 3rd and goal. Laporta's not going to find any space. We will kick another field goal to, again, solidify this victory. 27-13, up by 14, 2 full touchdowns. They got a minute and a half to do what they can. We're playing very prevent defense, cover 4, cover 3, no cover 2 or man in this outing for the Huskies. We do not want to allow them any quick scoring or scoring in general, which they're going to get relatively quickly. That drive kind of fell apart a little bit, to be honest with you guys. Laporta spinning the shoes off that man, and we win 27-20. So still a very competitive match with the Huskies. I'm hoping that we can just blow them out in future meetings, as we will continuously improve as a team. We got a lot of young guys on our squad. We will lose a few, but again, Laporta, 302 in yards, 92.3 completion percentage, 2 total touchdowns. Very happy with it. He did throw the interception. Terrell, our defensive end, I have no idea when he threw a pass for 4 yards, but at some point we had a defensive end out there at quarterback, and he threw a pass. I have no idea where that would have came from, but it did happen at some point. We're going to have 2 commits, 1 quarterback in Alex Little, left tackle in Villami Wang. We are still going to be ranked 6th in the country, playing against 15th ranked USC, where we have almost identical overalls. We nearly swap our offense with their defense. They have an 89 overall offense. We have an 89 overall defense. Our offense is an 86. Their defense is an 87. Overall, we are both a 89. They will start off with a very deep comeback route to number 19. Again, DBs are where we currently lack in terms of real performance. I know Lewis, Edmond, Foote, those guys do get a fair share of interceptions, but it's typically all from zone coverage. Man coverage is where we tend to get beat a little bit more frequently. So I'm hoping that we do continuously add more players. For example, Mr. Little, a 4-star cornerback. We need people in that DB core. Safeties are fine. Haynes, Tremontel, people like that do work for us. There's not a whole lot of issue in our safety core. It's purely our DB section that we need people to progress, make plays, continuously progress, and ultimately solidify this defense more than what it already is. We're going to take the lead in this ball game, 7-3. Laporta utilizing that speed again. A little bit of a cheat code, 98 speed, 96 throw power quarterback. And we are 3-0 right now. USC ranked 15th with a 2-1 record. I'm actually kind of curious who they lost to. I didn't bother to check. And this man tries to jump over me. Mariani manages to get the tackle, oddly enough. But 14 here. Doucette, a freshman quarterback. I'm pretty sure he's a redshirt freshman because he was an 82 overall. He's a little annoying. He's got 82 speed. I went to the depth chart later on in this game just because, a fair share of annoying things happen with number 15 there as they go for the fake field goal, break the tackle. Number 65 blocks 2 guys at once, knocks down one of our defenders, picks up another block, and allows that fake to get into the end zone. Certain things happen with the Heisman difficulty that just hurt my feelings, kind of like our star running back fumbling the ball and USC recovering it. That will definitely aid in my depression of the game and how things are playing out. Obviously, nobody ever wants to lose. We are undefeated. We don't want our first loss on the season, so we need our defense to step up, get this ball back. 89 kind of falls down with borderline no contact. Read option by number 14, nearly getting into the end zone. Read option, number 8 is going to walk in. He does get smacked a little bit after he scores the touchdown. Part of Mr. Laporta here, he's only 5'11", unable to throw that ball over the center. Kind of just hits him in the back of the head, and didn't really think that was going to become an issue with him. Obviously, Cordero, I believe, is 6'1" or 6'2", so a couple inches on Mr. Laporta. Shorter quarterbacks actually come into factor in a certain way. I wasn't quite expecting it, but that's the first time I had seen a ball not get over the offensive line because the defensive end or tackle there did not put his hand up, as we are going to get a roughing the passer penalty, and we will accept it but stall out regardless. And it's still a touchdown game. 17-10, still down. The opposing team have the 2-minute warning, but we're going to go ahead and rob them of it. Mariani, user pick. Man is absolutely ridiculous out there. Complete menace to opposing teams. He has a high amount of tackles, comes out here, gets a good amount of tackles for loss, and then those interceptions just to completely steal offensive possessions and hand them over to our squad, where we're only going to get a field goal. So we're still down by 4, 13-17. Doing what we can to stall out this opposing team. Should have been an interception. It was going to be holding. Of course, we decline it because it was an incomplete pass. We're going to come out and try to do something with the last little bit of time. And we're not even going to be able to do anything with the ball as we get hit trying to throw it deep as time expires, where number 26 is standing exactly where the ball happens to be placed. We do luckily start off the second half with the ball, desperately, not so needing, but wanting to get down this field, score a touchdown, take the lead, have defense come out, get another defensive stop, and then put this game away. But again, that is if everything pans out how we want or expect them to. And we're sending a little bit of a blitz. Post route with the tight end gets open. They're down near our red zone. That little maneuver there by number 8. He stopped and acted as if he was going to hit the hole. So I hesitated to hit the hole or meet him there, and he went outside. And then, insult to injury, I have a QB spy out waiting for Doucette number 14 to scramble, run into the spy, slowing him down so he doesn't react to the QB run. He breaks the tackle, gets into the end zone, and we at least eat away with the touchdown they just scored by getting one of our own, with our corner Lewis getting a kick return for a touchdown. We go for the 2-point conversion to make a 3-point game. Santana holds on to it, and we're sitting relatively pretty now. Only a 3-point game, needing our defense to come out here and make a play where, of course, no surprise, it's Mr. Stevie Mariani with his second interception of this game. Absolutely taken over, doing what he can to put the squad on his back. We're going to throw a drive away by taking a sack. We do pin them back with the punt, so we will be aggressive, trying to get them to punt us the ball. Spy finally makes a play in Terrell, not allowing the QB to get past him. Hernandez gets around 3 other defenders, getting us inside the 10-yard line. 3rd and 3. Unable to hold on to it, so we will kick the field goal. It will go through the uprights, and it is a 24-24 ball game. The 3rd quarter is expiring. 4th quarter is where we shine and tend to put up our most points in that last quarter. 14 still kind of doing his thing, little aggravating, converting and continuing their drive. Comeback route where that man coverage just isn't quite up to par as of yet, and deep post route getting into the end zone. That cover 3 just needs to do a little bit of lock up a tad bit better. 2nd and 7, trying to hit a comeback route where their corner 45 stands right in front of our wide receiver to get his hands on the ball. So at this point, I mentioned it last episode, if our quarterbacks are going to struggle, which, if a quarterback struggle, that point is typically me struggling by throwing the ball places where it shouldn't necessarily go. But, we're going to treat it as if Laporta is doing bad. So we're putting in Cordero to do his best to come out here and combat the deficit that we have now put ourselves in. Down by 14, 38-24. Screen to Richards. He will get a first down. We need some big plays. 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. Julius Suggs, our only option. This USC defense is quite good as they are locking everything up. Really should have rack caught that with Group. I just didn't think he was going to have enough speed to maintain, I guess, motion with the ball. So I held X and possession caught it. Hindsight, thought the DBs were going to be faster than him. Unfortunately didn't play out that well. We will fail to convert on 4th and 8, giving them the ball. A little greedy there where we didn't really need to go for that. A field goal would have at least gave us another chance. Deep route. Wish that would have been a better ball. A one-play touchdown would have been greatly appreciated there. And instead, we will throw another interception. Cordero will get his hands on the DB. He breaks it, though, and gets into the end zone to put this ball game away. The USC Trojans have scored 21 unanswered points in the 4th quarter alone. We are going to do what we can just to make this look like a closer ball game. But their man coverage is absolutely insane. We had X arguably open right there, but again, we had a defensive tackle in our face, and we just didn't quite see him soon enough if we would have been able to get the ball off and have it be accurate in the first place. They will kneel the ball, and this one, our undefeated streak, season 1 of us playing through, we went 11-0 up until losing Oregon State, where they knocked us out of the collegiate playoffs, went from rank 9th to rank 16th. This game, obviously losing, so we fall to 3-1. Of Quarterbacks, again, no touchdowns, 3 total interceptions with them collectively. Run game, a little lackluster as well. Defense, not a single sack on the day, and the only interceptions are from Mariana being the user. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video as we miss out on a 4-star corner. But until next time, everybody, GodBaer out.